Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abel and we are back with Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with Steaua Bucharest and the start of Season 2. We are in our first season in the second division now. I don't know how we're going to do. Relegation is possible. It could happen. I hope it doesn't. But we're going to do our very best to stay here in the division and just give a good account of ourselves. We've got a tough game to start things off away against the relegated FC Arges. We'll get onto that a bit later. But first of all, transfers. So we'll go through who's left the club, who's joined the club. There's still about 2 weeks left of the window. Less than that, I think. So still time to make some moves. We do still need probably a couple more players, maybe more. Because I've got a few youngsters in, a few first team players. I still think we need maybe two or three more. But we will wait and see. So in terms of departures at the end of last season, Niagu, the right back, Antohi, the striker, Jansu, the goalkeeper, Marariu, the centre back, Encianu, the attacking midfielder, Georgescu, who I think was a defender, he was, and Dedeu, who's another striker. They all left the club at the end of their contracts. Not really good enough to warrant signing them on for another year. A lot of our contracts were expiring at the end of last season. We renewed most of them, but these guys have left the club. We've also seen Pushu go to Sebes on a free transfer. And we've also seen a few players go out on loan. Mesenianu's gone on loan for the season. Pashka, Mihaisku, and Ioana have all gone on loan. I think one or two players also retired. They would come to the end of their contracts. They were in their 30s, so they retired. We have reloaned Shane Tudor for the season on loan from Petrol Ploiesti. Impressed in the half season we had him last year. 5 goals in 8 in all competitions, 4 goals in 4 in the league. So very good for us. And now he's got a full season with us. Hopefully he can do even better. Going to be playing on either side of the wing, but we'll see where he fits in. He was playing mostly on the left last season, so we'll see if he goes there again or if he moves to the right. And we have 4 more players to show you. We'll start off with Danila Parfeon, who is a right back. He's 23. And he is going to be cover for Kalincharu. He's come from Progressul Spartak, free transfer, no money for him, not earning too much either. So a cheap player. We can spend money now. We had a lot of wage budget offered to us for the new season. We've moved a lot of that into the transfer budget. We've moved some into the scouting budget as well. So we can now scout the entirety of Romania. But we cannot yet scout other countries. So I've had people saying, like, look at the under-21s or the under-19s in places like Moldova and like the neighbouring countries. We can't quite do that yet because we don't have the scouting budget to do so. But yeah, rest assured, once we can, we will be trying to scout, the under-19s, the under-21s of other teams. So we'll be doing that when we can. At the moment, we do have leagues loaded around us. Moldova, Bulgaria, Hungary, I think Turkey as well, maybe 1 or 2 more. We can't scout them yet. So maybe that would have been a better idea to add those leagues once we can scout them. Because at the moment, with the scouting packages we can only really scout within our country. So yeah, Parfeon's come in to cover right back. Roberto Malayele is 18 and he has come in because of the league rules. We had to sign an 18-year-old who is homegrown, so hopefully that's someone that can fit into that. He should do, because I've made sure that I picked a player based on that. He's come in on a season-long loan from Viitorul, who are in the first division. Very good first touch of 14. He wants to play as an Ongonch, which I don't think I've used for about 4 years, but I think he'll probably play it as an advanced playmaker, but looks very good vision. Good decision making. He's fairly quick. It's good natural fitness. Yeah, 18 years old and can easily start games for us. At left back, we have Daniel Vadrariu. He's 31. He's Romanian. He's earning £400 a week. Can play a bit further forward as a winger, but he's going to play as as a left back, maybe as a wing back, but maybe just like a supporting fullback. But he does prefer to play a bit further forward, but not dissimilar to Zinchenko that we had at West Ham. He's, usually a left back, but can play further up the pitch if need be. Cost a little bit of money from Miaveni, just under £8,000. And him and Adrian Ilie will be sort of sharing out that left back position throughout the season. We needed a left back desperately because we only had Ilie. So Vadrariu has come in. And lastly, it's the return of Stefan Musha, who was on loan with us last season. He has joined permanently on a deal which has come to about £55,000. He had a good season last season. 17 appearances, he conceded 9 goals, he got 10 clean sheets, did pretty well. He had a good defence in front of him, but he didn't really make too many mistakes, and he's a good goalkeeper, so he has also joined us. I think he is going to be starting for us, and we also have Bordianu as well, who we signed last season. So we've got 2 goalkeepers that are young, but, you know, good enough that they can play for us. I did look at maybe getting a third one that was a bit more experienced, but Mushat was good last season, so I'm going to keep my trust in him. And so far, that is all. We have got to make a few more signings, definitely, because we're a bit barren at centre-back. We have Wallace and Betcher, and behind that, we don't really have anyone. So we're definitely going to need a centre-back. I think we might need one more striker and maybe another midfielder. We've got Kostas, we've got Raichu, who were good last season, but I think we might need just one more. So I think two or three more players, I think. And we've got just under 2 weeks to do so, which hopefully is going to be enough time. We're scouting people, so, you know, hopefully we can get things done. I don't want to end up, you know, with like a couple of days left and I'm panic buying. I don't want that. So the reason that I'm buying all these young players is due to the rules for match days. We have to have at least 2 players under 20 trained by a club in Romania for 3 years in the playing 11, so homegrown players under 20, and at least 1 under 18, and they have to start for us as well. So it's going to be very difficult to get that, but we'll do what we can. Hopefully we can do it. If we can't do it, then I think it's either going to make us leave space on the bench or just put fake players in, and I don't want that. Okay, so this is how this division works. You've got 20 teams. After 25 matches, the top 6 move into a mini tournament for promotion. Their points get cut in half, and you've got 5 more games to try and finish high enough to get yourselves promoted or to get into another promotion playoff. So the top 2 get promoted, 3rd and 4th then go into another playoff. With the remaining 14 teams, they get split into 2 separate relegation groups. And the 4 teams that finish in the bottom 2 places in both groups get relegated. So there are going to be 6 teams relegated potentially to the 3rd division. You've got the 2 teams in each that finish bottom, so that's 4. And then each team that finishes 3rd from bottom in their group then goes into a relegation playoff. So there could be another side of relegated. So yeah, it's a lot to take in. It's quite confusing. But basically, if you finish 7th, there's still a chance you could get relegated if you don't have enough points. I believe that the teams in this retain all of their points, but then the top 6, their points get halved. So I've got no idea how things are going to go. Let's just see how high we finish and how well we do, shall we? We've got a tough game to start, though. FC Arges is our first opponent, who won the Romanian Cup last season, but also got relegated. They're the Wigan of Romania, basically. They won a trophy and got relegated in the same season. And yeah, we're away from home against a side that last season were in the 1st division. So it's a very, very tough game. One of the toughest games we'll have all season is first. So it's going to be difficult. Looking at the media predictions, of the 5 promoted teams, we were expected to do the best, but still to finish 15th. So we're probably going to be in that relegation subgroup, but hopefully we'll have enough points that we don't have to worry about getting relegated, but we will wait and see. Pre-season was pretty good. The assistant manager took charge of all these. I didn't do any of them, so I don't really want to read into those too much. But yeah, let's jump into the first match, shall we? Now, we might have to change our tactic a little bit because, of course, we're in a new division. It's going to be very, very tough. And for this game, I think we are going to start defensive. We are probably going to lose this match. So it's going to be a tough one. So we're going to play defensive. I've dropped the defensive line a little bit deeper and the line of engagement lower as well. We're going to regroup when we lose possession, but still try and counter if we can. I think this is okay. I think it's just like off the ball where we need to be careful. I think we're going to have to drop back a little bit and maybe not press so much. Let's just try and step off a little bit and just defend the goal. Let's send the team out though, and let's see if we can get a good start. We're probably going to lose this first game. It is a tough one, but we'll see how we do. Okay, I'm going to say I know we're the underdogs, but let's try and get a performance that the fans will like. There was no reaction from that. Let's just say get out there and make a difference. Okay, a little bit of motivation showing. That's good. This is going to be difficult. Argeș are playing in a 4-2-3-1. We also match up in a 4-2-3-1. But as I say, their players are probably a lot better than our ones are. Okay, the game is underway. We have won the possession there with Kostas. And here is Betcher. And he's gone for a long ball. There's no one there. Ispas is all the way back here. Where are you going? What I will be doing is once we get to the top division, I'm going to try and get some custom kits sorted out. I have managed to find kits from sorted out SI for all the way down to the 3rd division, which is what we have. But once we get to the top division, I am going to be looking for a custom kit to make. Either paying someone to make one or trying to work out how we can do one ourselves, as Ispas has just made it 1-0 inside 3 minutes. I didn't expect us to be the first team to score in this one. Definitely not. As Ispas gets his first goal and our first goal of the season. Did well last season. I think he got 10 in all competitions, maybe just missed out on 10. And a great assist by, I think it was Passionel as well. Ispas with the goal. It's 1-0 to Steaua. Surprise lead there. Kalinchari does well to win the ball. Here is Razdan, one of our better players last season. Ispas with the ball. Looks to play through Kalinchari, the inverted wing back. I'm not sure if I have him playing as that. I'll have to check that out in a minute. Passionel. Kostash to Ispas. Backwards to Passionel. And I'm really impressed at how we're doing so far in this game. Here's Razdan. And he's going to go for goal. He tries to lift it over the keeper, but just not quite enough on it. Approaching half an hour. Lots of shots for Arges, but we haven't really seen them threaten too much. Not a really big chance created by them. We've got the goal, and we look like we're going to go in a half-time with a surprising 1-0 lead. There is a late free kick here for Arges, though. It's Nastasi on it. I think there's the same name as a tennis player, and it's just the wrong side of the post. It's hit the side netting. Well, half-time, surprisingly, we're actually in the lead. 12 shots to 4 in Arges' favour, lots of possession, but no goal for him. I'm pleased so far. You know, if we can get a point from this, that would be fantastic. It's been a great first half. We're leading. I mean, a win would be fantastic, but, you know, if we get a point away from home, that's going to be really helpful. Not going to change anything going into the second half. I don't think we need to. I'm not going to make any shouts or anything, because I'm just going to spoil things if I make a shout. But things are going very, very well. I say we haven't really had a lot of shots other than the goal, but we are keeping them at bay, and I think playing defensive has definitely helped. Nastasi with a corner kick, and it's a header by Eli, but it is over. Okay, I'm going to go for an encourage. What's that going to do? A little bit negative, but it's fine. 20 minutes to hold on here, and we have a free kick with Adrariu. Here's Malayele making his debut in midfield. Kostash to Ispas. Tudor. Kostash. And Passionel passing it around sort of 25 yards out here. Ispas has got a sighted goal, and it's just wide. Okay, trying to make some changes. Tudor is going to come off, and is going to be replaced by Zaharia. Kostash is going to come off, replaced by Raichu. We are back to only being allowed 3 substitutes, so we need to be careful, but we made 2. We've got 20 minutes left, and we can make 1 more. Again, we're going to try and keep these youngsters out, though. A corner kick now for Arges, 72nd minute, and it's a save by Marin, I think it was, with the shot on target. But this is going very well. We probably don't deserve to win this one, but we've got the goal. They haven't created too much, but they've had lots of shots. Vasvari with the header away. Here's Barbu. And now this might be the time for Arges to try and find this goal. Barbu's coming forward, still going. He's going to get a shot away, and it's a weak effort, really poor. Musha easily collects that. Okay, we've got 1 more change we can make. Things not looking too bad. Kalinchari's been a bit quiet, so I think we're going to bring on Parfion for his debut. We're going to go very defensive, just really try and shut up shop. We're going to waste time. We're going to slow pace down. Razdan coming forward here. He's been brought down, and it's a corner. I thought it was going to be a foul, but no, we've got a corner with 6 minutes of normal time left. I'm not going to see it, though. God, this could be a big win to start things off. Arges with a home defeat, relegated from the top league. They were big favourites, odds on, and we've beaten them 1-0 away from home. Okay, I was not expecting that. I thought we were going to lose this. I mean, it's 17 shots on target for them, an XG of 2.51, and we've beaten them by a goal to 0. That was not what I expected to happen here at all. Mushat with an 8.3 in goal, because he made 17 saves, which is ridiculous. Good defensive performance. Ispas with the goal. I don't think it's going to work again. I think that's all of our luck used up in the first game. But 3 points to start things off. Fantastic. And it's the first game of the season as well. We're top of the table, lads. We played defensive and it worked. So they had, what, 27 shots, was it? How many of those were long range? 10 long shots. This is worrying. I'm on generating match report and it's not loading. If this game crashes, I'm going to cry. Why did I go into the match report? Why did I do that? It's just... I've just lost that match. Okay, so I just ended task. And... So this is in the way. I couldn't save it. I've had to restart the game. I'm going to lose that. I've lost that match. And I guarantee I could play it 100 times that match and I'd never get a 1-0 win. So, I don't know. Do we just play and get what we get? Or do I play until I get a win? I don't know. Okay, so I thought it was only fair that we replayed this match until we got a win. Because you saw the win on camera. You saw it happened. So I think it was only fair that we got another win. It took 5 times playing this match. The first 4 all ended in defeat. 3 of which were 3-2. 1 of which was 2-1. And eventually got a 2-1 win here. Wallace and Tudor scored the goals for us. And Malele scored for Argeș. I think it's only fair. Hopefully you agree with it. 2-1 I think is the closest I can get. We had a few ones where we did lead. Which ended in defeat. But I thought it was only fair that we played this match until we either won it or drew it, and we got a win. I would have taken a draw. I would have been happy with the draw, but on game 5 we managed to get the win. So hopefully that's acceptable. Hopefully you agree with that. Hopefully that's the end of the bad luck for this season. Last season we had the game crash because of the database, and then we've had this happen where it froze. Hopefully that's the bad luck out of the way for season 2. No more crashes, please. No more freezing, otherwise I might cry. So we start off with 3 points. In our first game, so we are top of the table with the only teams that are played, but it's a good start. Let's have a look at what we have coming up, and then we'll see where we're going to meet up next. So again, usually go for about 4 or 5 games off camera. So who do we have coming up? We've got not tennis, I'm going back to Berlin again. So we've got Turist Turnu Mogurele, we've got Politecnica, who I think are one of the favourites to be promoted. We've got Unirea Alba Iulia, we've got Afirmaci, we've got Farrell Constantia. We'll definitely get to the end of September and we'll go for either Farrell or for Poly Timishura. We'll go one of those 2, I think. Because there might be some transfer stuff, in which case, transfers plus 5 games off camera might end up being a bit much. But we'll definitely get to the end of September off camera. We'll come back for one of those 2 games. But that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below, leave comments. If you haven't done so already, or if you're new, do subscribe and turn on notifications. Hopefully that's the bad luck out of the way for season 2. We played Argeș, we beat them 1-0. For some reason I went to go into match analysis to see what happened and it made the game freeze. I don't know if that happens regularly, if going into that makes the game freeze. I don't know why it happens, but it happened. I had to shut the game down and then we had to play the game again, and I played until we got a result that I think we deserved, because I think it was only fair that we tried to get 3 points again because it was taken away from us. So hopefully you agree with that. I've done it, so it's not like I can undo it now. It's been saved. But yeah, we got the win against Argeș. Now we move on, try and get some more points, and we'll meet up again at the start of October. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.